We extend our warmest greetings to each of you in the peace of the living Christ. Today, church leaders shared a major announcement through various communication releases. On March 5th, Community of Christ officially transferred ownership of the Kirtland Temple, the Joseph Smith Historic Site in Nauvoo, and various manuscripts and artifacts to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for an agreed-upon amount. The details can be found at the church's website at seaofchrist.org.
In sharing this news, the First Presidency and World Church Leadership Council want to convey the depth of thought and prayer that went into this decision. We experienced a broad range of emotions through this journey, and I agonized over the impact that selling these historic sites would have on members and friends who deeply valued the church's ownership. On occasion, I wept tears of concern for the disappointment and grief some would experience. At the same time, I felt rising hope for the future that the proceeds would make possible. I think it is important to emphasize that the church remains committed to the exploration and telling of all of our sacred story. Doctrine and Covenants 162, paragraph 2a, reminds us to continue to listen to the stories of our past because they will teach and prepare us for moving forward as a faith community.
The World Church Leadership Council arrived at this decision through spirited discussion, prayer, and discernment over multiple years. Leaders came to understand that letting go of these physical assets, as painful as it was, would generate financial resources to invest in our current and future mission. As a group, we also recognized that continuing to honor and learn from our history was not dependent on ownership. The sale agreement includes the commitment to keep the sites publicly accessible to all. Through this process, leaders deepened our passion for stewarding our sacred story as a foundation for the story yet to be written.
I found solace in seeing this decision as an investment in our future, providing capacity to grow our response to Christ's mission of seeking justice, pursuing peace, and creating sacred communities that reflect God's vision of shalom for the world. The sale proceeds, totaling $192.5 million US, will significantly strengthen our endowments to help support current and future mission in new and expanding ways that are still being determined. This opportunity was made possible through the generosity and faithful service of those who have gone before us. In this moment, we give thanks for the generations of members, friends, volunteers, and servant leaders who dedicated their time and passions to preserving the historic sites and sharing the story of the church for well over a century. The presiding bishopric has provided written and video information about the investment, management, and use of these funds. They also explain how supporting worldwide mission ties and increasing other income sources are essential to sustaining and growing our global mission.
This decision to sell goes beyond a mere business transaction. It represents a challenging, long-term commitment to help secure our current and future mission. Initially, when we explored possibilities, I was convinced there had to be a way to fortify the church financially without resorting to this sale. The idea of selling these cherished physical assets seemed unimaginable. As we discerned about the future, it became increasingly clear that parting with these precious sites and items was the best way to embrace the opportunities to serve God through serving others. The realization dawned that we were choosing people over property and paper. This became a guiding principle that bolstered us when the prospect of proceeding with the sale felt unbearable. Even as we mourned the loss, the potential opportunities of the future fueled our hope. Completing this sale emerged as a crucial step in strengthening our response to wherever the Spirit leads us.
Church history knows no boundaries and is not restricted to any one place or structure. We must continue to lift up the lessons of the past and the people who have given us a strong foundation as we forge ahead. We are called to faithfully follow the Holy Spirit into the future and make history as we pursue our mission to effectively proclaim Jesus Christ and promote communities of joy, hope, love, and peace throughout the world. We have been praying for our worldwide church family, and we will continue to hold you in our prayers as we journey together.
As we move through whatever thoughts or emotions we experience in the days to come, we trust that the Holy Spirit will stir our prophetic imagination, helping us lean into the future. Doctrine and Covenants, section 164, paragraphs 9E and F, provides a guide for us. The challenges and opportunities are momentous. Will you remain hesitant in the shadows of your fears, insecurities, and competing loyalties? Or will you move forward in the light of your divinely instilled call and vision? The mission of Jesus Christ is what matters most for the journey ahead.
As we move into this next chapter in our journey, we look forward to the hospitality and mission that will be experienced through Community of Christ historic sites in Independence, Lamoni, and Plano, as well as places around the world of shared heritage where we gather as a faith community. Our church history principles remind us that God's Spirit equips us with tools, insights, and experiences for divine purposes. A shared memory of our past and an informed understanding of its meaning prepare us to courageously move into the future. As President Veazey stated last year at World Conference, Community of Christ has a hopeful future of continuing adventure with God, if we choose it. But make no mistake, choosing the future God envisions will require discernment, courage, sacrifice, generosity, flexibility, and creativity. As you navigate your own feelings and thoughts, I invite you to explore the other testimonies and resources available on the church's website. May we move onward together, guided by the light of our divinely instilled call and vision, with the mission of Jesus Christ as our compass.